The hottest pop culture stories of the day, like Nicole and Keith's divorce is finalized. Plus, Tori and Dean are fighting over debt like a hot potato. This is Hot to Go. I'm Brittany.
I'm Kendall.
And I'm Mike. It's here. It's now official. A judge in Tennessee signed that dotted line today. And as of right now, Nicole Kidman and Keith Urban are officially single.
Congratulations.
This was not long. I feel like we just heard about their split.
Yeah. Our experience with it definitely didn't feel long. I think we found out about the divorce, 3 months? No. September.
Yep.
And then I think like a week later, we found out they already had child care or the child custody figured out. To which we all said, this divorce has been in the making for years. Mm-hmm. Because especially when you have the entities they have and the wealth they have, everything has to get monetized. Everything has to get assessed and figured out what is where. And then figuring out and we figured out the days. He has every other weekend when it broke down to it. And then she has the kids the rest of the time.
It was so funny. Well, so with the three of us, if you're someone who's watching on YouTube or you're not a regular listener, Brittany's been divorced and she's like, the number was so random. It was like, he's 102 hours. And she was, it's like every other weekend. I was like, how the hell do you know that?
As soon as we saw 306 and 59, she instantly was like, well, here's the situation.
Here's the breakdown.
Every other weekend.
Like, okay.
That's an every other weekend.
And you were bringing that up. I mean, you're really open about it. You had an amicable divorce, and it's still, and you're not moneybags, Nicole and Keith.
Wait a minute, look at me. No, you're so right, Kendall. 1,000%. Me and my ex, we didn't have to figure out the price of our anything.
Or like your 7 homes.
No, we only had 6. Okay, fine. The one we were living in, and so that still took. I mean, with mediation from start to finish, probably 4 to 6 months. I mean, some of it you just file and wait. But the fact that all of this happened this quickly means, again, I would say that they'd been working on this divorce for at least head down 2 years. They've probably been divorced or separated for 3 or 4.
I want to watch all those acceptance speeches now.
Right?
Where they're in the audience. There was the one with Keith thanking Nicole for his sobriety and staying with him when she didn't have to. And it seemed very genuine.
And maybe those things do still hold true for them. And maybe honestly, it could have been the divorce and the separation happened 6 years ago. And they were like, we're actually living fine separate. And we took them a while to go, when should we actually get the divorce?
That was the 49th AFI Life Achievement Award is what he won on June 20th of 2024.
They for sure were already separated by them. There is no doubt in my mind.
She put money on it.
I would 1,000%. And also, I feel like it's been a while because if they were able to do that. Now, we also know it is better for their careers if they were married. I mean, they're 2 powerhouses. Mm-hmm. So at a time where they're like, okay, we're building something. He wins a Life Achievement Award. They're not going to then go, okay, we should announce our divorce. So I'm sure that happened a bunch of times where it's after this project, or maybe we do it now or whatever. Or maybe there was even a conversation okay, should we work on it? Should we not? But I have a feeling because of the fact that they were able to do this in public and they were able to figure all this out, because they didn't have to get divorce lawyers, is it actually probably was a while ago that they've been separated and they don't have open wounds and they're not hating each other right now. Mm-hmm. Enough time has gone by.
I'll just say on the TMZ report, they said that they separated in June of last year. So that would have been exactly a year after. I'm just telling you what they were reported.
Yeah.
And that also that she wanted to save the marriage. By all accounts, he did not.
And maybe that is the case, right? That I think they've been separated for longer, but maybe there is a world where she held on to the idea that they might get back together longer.
This has happened to us before. We've had these
apart together.
Yeah. And I mean, they've been through a lot. With that speech we're just talking about, Keith Urban acknowledged that within the first year of their relationship, he had to go to treatment and she stayed with him.
Yeah.
And how much that meant to him, et cetera, et cetera. They've been through things. I'm sure Nicole Kidman was like, we've been through worse. We can figure this out. And he was like, I don't want to figure it out.
Yeah.
I don't know. The world may never know.
We'll never know. But I will say to that point, like you guys are saying, is a part of me does think that she had this idea like, okay, we've been living separate for a while. And he knew they weren't getting back together just because like he knew that. She probably thought they were getting back together. And that would make sense because of so much verbiage around like, oh, I was so glad to be filming Practical Magic. Like you can tell that there is a lot of pain in like she is finally mourning her marriage. So be it denial or be it that she actually like there was a chance they were going to get back together and he kind of was like keeping that front up. Either way, I do feel like she is mourning the loss of her marriage.
Agree.
Two people that are definitely not crying over the actual marriage, but maybe over the finances. Tori Spelling and Dean McDermott forced into divorce truce. Now, there's a lot of times we fight over the items, right? Like if me and Kendall were getting a divorce and we're fighting over
the double wide.
Yeah, we'd be fighting over this.
Our cubicles.
We'd be fighting over Mike.
Yeah.
You were at every other weekend. Sorry,
Mike. 59 days with who?
Yeah. Sorry, Mike. You got to go to Kendall's house this weekend. You're like, I want to go home.
Actually, I have a wife in my own house.
Like, that's the custody agreement. Go to St. Louis Park right now.
Get over there. We have beer in the basement.
You're fine. You have 2 houses now. Like, go. So you actually have 3. Instead of fighting over things like me and Kendall would if it was a divorce, these two are fighting over not having the debt.
I would fight over that too.
1,000%. They're fighting over not having the $1.7 million IRS debt.
Oh my God, 1.7?
Yeah.
And like I say that as a normie going, I don't even know how you get to that number. They can pay, like they have the ability to pay that off. Maybe.
I mean, you would think, right? There's so much conversation around what Tori Spelling inherited and what they didn't. I know her mom is very adamant about like her not being responsible enough to get the things. And her mom is still alive, right? That's the big thing.
Yeah. Candy.
Yeah. And there's a whole, oh my God, Kendall, there's a whole interesting like world around that of her mom being like, her mom could give her $1 bajillion right now.
Really?
Aaron Spelling. Yeah, this is the wealth that was accumulated by one of the most influential people in Hollywood. And at one point, there was actually a belief that Candy told Tori, if you dump Dean, I will pay for all of it.
Yeah.
Well, she ain't stepping up.
Well, she's not going to step up now. She has to wait until this divorce gets finalized.
She's got to wait until she dies.
No. And this is smart, too, to be honest. Like, if this actually is true, that Tori Spelling's mom is like, I will finance you for the rest of your life, you don't give them a dime until that divorce is finalized. Yeah. Because the last thing you want is Dean going, half that's mine.
That's true.
So
I just still can't even believe that they're not divorced. This is the opposite of Nicole Kidman and Keith Urban, where I go, I feel like we've been talking about this for years.
Yeah.
I mean, and they tried in their way of saving the marriage was to just save the family brand by doing all those shows and weird podcasts and like, enough. Nobody cares. You had too many kids and now you can't feed them all. I don't know.
It looks like the final judgment did happen in November. So they are officially divorced.
Yeah. Oh. And it's funny, too, because she claims that, like, this was the easiest divorce ever. And the big standoff was who's taking the debt. And again, like, if it's true that her mom said, I will, whatever, everything, I mean, Tori, just take it.
Right. Like, it means nothing to you.
I mean, you don't care about credit if it really is true. But also, I'd be weary if I was Tori Spelling, too, because, like, I get it. There's so many times Tori Spelling's mom could have rescued them when they were like living in hotels and like the mold of it all. But you also go, you're so irresponsible. Like all this would happen. Like a part of me totally stands with her mom being like, even though it looks cruel, you go, you would just be dumping your money into the freaking Grand Canyon.
Mm-hmm.
When you made that comment, Brittany, I think you nailed it because Dean always said like, oh, Candy doesn't help support Tori or the kids at all. Her grandchildren don't see any of that wealth. That's because you're still tied to her, Dean.
Yeah.
The second you move on, I'm sure she will.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And she probably, honestly, if she was smart, still would be like, okay, let's talk about, I know it sounds stupid, but like college courses or like, I don't know, open a yoga studio, something, Tori. Like, show your mom that you are not Tori Spelling. I don't know, because it's not going to change.
Do we really think that her dad, Aaron Spelling, only left her $800,000 from his estimated $600 million fortune?
We've always been told, yeah.
We've always been told that. So there's like this, it's so interesting. Oh my God, I'm so excited that this is your first experience with
I had
this.
no idea. No,
Yeah.
I had zero idea.
So, and keep in mind, there's all these conversations around, yeah, that might be actually what he gave her in the end, but think about the finances and the things he's given her while he was alive. And if you break that down, we're talking like almost $500 million when you look at all the things that Aaron Spelling has given to Tori Spelling to try to like, but the thing is, Aaron Spelling, unfortunately, is not a fool. And like he sees the way that Tori Spelling kind of moved in this world and was like, I'm not giving you all the monies. Because I honestly, like, I don't say this lightly and I don't say this like as a joke. Somebody like Tori Spelling gets that much money, that could be their death because there's somebody who's just so irresponsible.
Has no idea how to handle it.
No idea how to handle it. They obviously make not great decisions. They haven't found a purpose. And you go, they kind of now are bored in life. And like that's so many times people deal with that and they get into drugs or like, I don't know, meet Dean. Like those are interchangeable in my mind. So like, I'm not saying it anecdotally, like that is a thing that happens.
It's you do see it all the time in athletes.
Yeah.
Again, like I do genuinely feel bad for them that you know, someone hands you this giant check and you were raised with nothing. How are you supposed to know how to handle it and manage it? I mean, different franchises and leagues are trying to do things about that, but
and like at least an athlete has some purpose and some drive and like built towards something. Now imagine just a nepo baby of Tori Spelling going, I have $1 million, not a worry in my world. I'm bored as all heck. I mean, it's not crazy.
I'm going shopping.
It's not crazy to think about the idea of like, then next thing you know, you're like, all right, I'm an alcoholic or the drugs are the only like fun option.
Right.
Like without that drive.
Well, someone got married. Talking a lot about divorce. Zack Bryan. And no, it wasn't to Brianna Chicken Fry who blew him out of the water in 2024. It was to a woman who is literally Brianna Chicken Fry's like robots. I don't know. Clone woman.
Yeah.
Like, this is insane. So, you guys might have seen these videos going around the internet right now. They're just kind of starting to come out. But on New Year's Eve, Zack Bryan, the country singer, got married in Spain. He's... I can't even say it.
It's such an awkward video.
It's so awkward.
He's
so running,
awkward.
holding his new wife, who's like, she's tall, as Brittany said, long.
Quite long. Quite long.
But she's thin and she's fit and she's got her big dress on. And he looks like he might just die if he goes any slower.
The way he was running is when you can feel that handle.
Drop it.
No, the handle on the grocery bag start to break. And you're like, but if I go fast, I can get there. I won't.
Fine.
Speed will solve this.
Slow down. I got little legs.
Oh my God. It was literally like that. His face is so like, I'm going to poop as soon as I let her down. It's all going to come out.
It's real video game-esque the way he's like,
It's so bad.
We just like dunking on him, to be clear, too.
Oh, yeah, because he's
not a great guy.
Human.
Not a great guy. Not great to people in his relationships. Not great overall. Definitely has an anger issue.
It's definitely a problem. So he drops her off in the car. And by the way, then he's so relieved he actually got her into the vehicle. He shuts the door on her wedding dress.
Annulment.
Immediately. We're done. Anywho, so they get married and we're all like, oh, wait, who is this broad? And honest to God, she's just a regular girl. Her name's Samantha. He and Brianna Chicken Fry, which is how you might have heard of him. She's a podcaster, social media girl who works for Barstool Sports. And she came out in 2024 and said, hey, here's the deal. Remember that guy was dating Zack Bryan and like went on tour with him? We always seemed really happy together. He offered me $12 million to sign an NDA and never talk about how much of a horrible person in our relationship was. Like how he mentally abused me. At times, objects were thrown at my head. Like, and she's like, and I know for sure he had exes do this who are not in the position that I'm in where I can talk about this. I can make good money. These other women, he would give them $1 million and they were quiet. Then those other women would like go on social media and wouldn't say anything, would go, can't wait till midnight tonight. And we all knew that was when Brianna Chicken Fries podcast was coming out. So, like, confirmed it. This man had at least 3 or 4, I think 4 total that we know of, that either confirmed it in that weird way or were Brianna Chicken Fry, that he's a horrible human being.
1,000%.
And this woman married him. Like, girl, this is public information.
And we get it. Like, people change, people grow, and I guess he quit drinking, but this was like a minute ago.
Yes.
Also, we know he hasn't grown. We know he hasn't changed. He was like, I'm going to go do this cooking, whatever, Parisian cooking class. And then he's like touring, and people are just patting him on the back. Nobody changes when there are no consequences.
No, he's selling out arenas. Like, there's no reason for him to your point. It's funny because Dave Portnoy, who runs Barstool Sports, if you don't know who he is, like, he's got millions of followers. He said the quiet part out loud and went, there ain't no way that ain't a Brianna Chicken Fry robot. Ain't no way. She does look just like, it is freaky deaky Dutch how much they look alike.
I just love that after every relationship he's been in, it's like, okay, now I'll just go ahead and email you the NDA.
Yeah.
Like, that tells you all you need to know about this human. Is he's been in 4 big time relationships where they end, and the next thing is, oh, here's the NDA.
It's not a good sign when you have a template NDA. Yeah. Like, if I had one just ready to go for anybody, shared Google Doc, put your name in there. Hey, get rid of Kendall's, whatever, like, co-host I have, sign it next. Yes. Get rid of Kendall's name and, like, put your name in.
It's fine. Yeah. Don't worry. Or, like, I have a couple in my bedside drawer. Like, what is this? You brought up, Brittany, a good point, too. Like, we know there are receipts because a girl he was married to well before he was super famous. Like, there's paperwork that he's done this.
So if you're like in a place of, well, this is a he said, she says, well, there is the idea of, and if you're somebody like me who's been deployed, the idea that he was married to somebody who deployed and while she was deployed, divorced her. You have no idea, like, being overseas and not having any control of anything and getting paperwork that you're getting a divorce because at the time your ex had met somebody or your, like, at the time husband met somebody else. Mm-hmm. And she can't even talk about it because then he sends over the NDA and probably more money than she'll get 5 times over on that deployment comes over. And I'm not saying she's a victim for signing the NDA, but I go, this dude ain't great.
And let's really make it clear. You don't really have a choice. He's going to divorce you. You might as well take this $1 million he's going to offer you to not say a word because no one knows who you are.
You're just
going to talk to.
You're just a specialist in the Army. You're just some medic in the Army. And you're like, who am I going to tell this to? And that's going to ever make up the $4 million you're offering me. I'm sure those people got like $2 million.
Oh, if that, yeah.
Yeah. Some, like, you know, and they go, that's more useful to me than not.
It's just, it's wild. Samantha, good luck with Zack Bryan.
We wish you well on your journey.
We will talk about you in a year when this ends.
I want to say we love this journey for you, but we can't even say that. But we just are happy that, like,
can I ask you guys? I know we got to go. We got to go on, but like real quick, yes or no? If you find out that you look like a doppelganger of your partner's ex, do you still date them? Is this a red flag? Because that's a red flag to me.
But, like, maybe it's their type is beautiful and brunette
and freaky deaky Dutch look-alike. Like, I can't tell them apart in pictures.
Oh,
massive red flag.
Thank you, Mike.
Massive red flag.
Brittany.
But what if they just like tall, weird girls?
But she's fine as hell. Does that mean I'm fine as hell?
Oh, fine as hell. All right.
It's hot to blow.
I feel like that question's going to stick with me for a while. At this point, we go to our producer, Mike Ganger, the blind item expert. What secret on the internet might be the next to blow?
Well, we've talked about this individual a few times since his very high-profile relationship with one of our favorite rappers, Cardi B. Stefon Diggs, wide receiver for the New England Patriots, former Minnesota Viking. We talked about the fact that he had not only a child on the way with Cardi B, but there were rumors and rumblings that he might have had other children born last year with like 3 other women.
Not great.
Yep.
Well, what if I told you one of those women reportedly suing him again for paternity, suing him for a paternity test over the fact that their unborn child is actually his. Now, let me stop you for a second. This is the same woman he had a baby with back in April.
The one who had a lawyer that came out and was actually like very vocal and was like, he has finally taken a paternity test and has taken responsibility financially for this child.
He did that. They had this child. Her name is Aileen Lopra. She goes on social media by a different name that I'll find here in a second.
The woman, not the baby.
Yes, exactly.
The woman who's, by the way, insanely gorgeous.
Yeah, Lord Giselle is what she goes with. That's her public social media. She's got like 400,000 followers. So she's a big-time influencer. They just had a kid in April. She claims that she's pregnant once again, and Stefon Diggs, again, is the father.
This is 1,000% the dad. Can we just acknowledge that? What would she gain by lying about it when she knows that this will go to a place of paternity test?
I want Mari and Jerry Springer. Maury.
I was like, who is
you
that?
do this to me every time, and I go,
It's a Red Wing small town. Like,
I know, and I even watched the show religiously.
Mari.
That's all right.
She claims she also has irrefutable evidence that Diggs is the father.
Irrefutable?
Yeah.
The baby.
Well, there's that, yeah.
A condom? What? That was
that definitely. You're pregnant. Like, you should know how babies are made.
The stork.
Hey, Kai, it was a stork.
It was a stork. Wow. Okay, I did see Cardi said something, and I thought this was about the other allegations that I bet you're about to get into.
Yeah, because not only this, and this is the conversation around, is the NFL playoffs are just about to begin. The New England Patriots are in the NFL playoffs. They're the second best team record-wise in the AFC going into this postseason. And everyone's like, wait a minute, Stefon Diggs can play? Because during the holiday break, we found out that a former chef of his, a private live-in chef of his, claimed that he choked, strangled, and had misdemeanor assault charges and battery against her. So these felony strangulation of or suffocation and misdemeanor for assault and battery came out during the break, but Stefon Diggs is now facing those charges as well.
Like, hey, Stefon, I know you don't like mushrooms, but like, little too far. Jesus.
And he can still play because he plays for Robert Kraft.
Well, he can still play because the
charges haven't gone through yet?
No, the gears of penalties and law in the NFL move at a glacier pace because especially when you're Stefon Diggs and you play for the Patriots. Well, there's that too, because let's not forget, like you alluded to, Kendall, Robert Kraft has had plenty of his other experiences, like, making stops at mini malls for massages that we heard about 2 years ago. And he also has more influence as the owner of the Patriots than Roger Goodell.
So in theory, he could make sure these are pushed back until Stefon is pretty much out of the NFL.
And to be fair, that's basically what already happens.
Yeah.
Anytime you get one of these, I mean, there were some horrific things. Ray Rice is a member, even the stuff with Adrian Peterson that happened in his child that we talked about. Like all those different things, it gets pushed back and back and back. And they do these long, unbelievably long investigations that a lot of times it's like, plain as day, clearly these people should be penalized for what they've done, and they never will by the NFL just because they don't need to.
Until they're irrelevant, right?
And like, is there a world that like a team goes, we have high standards and we do this? No, they don't do that.
Not really.
No. Okay, well then, not my NFL.
So
I'm taking a big stand. I know I'm a big NFLer.
Travis is retiring, and you don't have to watch games anymore because Taylor won't be there.
No, because of my morals.
Moral code.
I will not be watching the NFL at all in 2026.
So the hot to blow story here is that Stefon Diggs might be expecting yet another child with another different woman. That's not Cardi B.
And Cardi B did say something. She popped off because she's Cardi B. And I was like, what is she talking about? She said, what do you want me to do? Put this baby, the baby she just had, back up inside of me? The baby's already here. So like, she's mad, which makes me think this is true.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
nobody does that to Cardi.
It's
no, I mean, he does it all the time to her.
Shh. Cardi, banging body.
Yeah.
Spicy mommy, hot tamale.
Maybe we should add to the song, pay attention to your man. Like, I don't mean like give him more attention. I mean like, watch how he moves because it ain't great. But also like, I mean, having a very cute baby. That's great. But don't let Stefon back in your heart and in your vagina.
I'm ready.
I'm doing it.
It's Hot Mess.
Oh, Mickey Rourke, you are on Hot Mess Alert Day 2, everybody, because we told you yesterday Mickey Rourke's publicist, started a GoFundMe for him because he's getting evicted and said, listen, Mickey Rourke's like rich, but he's poor rich. You know what I mean? Like he made a lot of money, but then he spent it all. And that sucks.
Oh, it sucks.
So help him.
Help him. He spent his monies.
So Mickey Rourke, of course, has heard this because we've all heard this. Not only is Mickey Rourke staying in a luxury West Hollywood hotel, their words, not mine, no idea where this place is, while this crowdfunding is going on, there's been a moving van at this place that he's allegedly getting evicted from. So either he's moving out by choice or because of eviction. And he's gone online to say, I'm confused. I'm frustrated. This is not me. I'm humiliated that that strangers and my fans are now being asked to support my life. Yeah, that's a little weird. But are you going to still take the money? Probably.
You're
not going to shut it down.
No. I mean, yeah, you're right. Like he's still going to take the money. And he also gets best of both worlds.
Yes.
Here's the thing, though. It's not any way, shape, or form associated with him. This GoFundMe was set up by the assistant to a manager who was literally doing a cash grab just for herself. This is far from over. Now, he's still a bad person.
Yeah.
And he claims that 20 years of therapy has helped him change from what he was before in this video. Well, we just saw you a few months ago on Celebrity Big Brother UK. But there's a big legal story behind this.
Dang.
That we're going to get more to come. So maybe that's the hot to blow story.
Yeah, and we're going to keep up to date with you because that's what we do, and that's your hot to go. Please like, subscribe, and if you're watching on YouTube, comment if you think Cardi B should leave Stefon Diggs or give him another chance.